All right, let's see if we are live. I'm just checking my control panel here, see if it's gone live on YouTube yet. Let's hope it's working as intended. Does it want to work? Who knows? Let's give it one more try. Hey, we're live. We're live. All right, that's good. That's what we want to see. Okay. We have all of a few seconds before it starts in earnest. And then we're going to crack on with the sprint review. Bam, okay. It looks like we are live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one, copy the link. Feel free to join us on the mural. For those who want to navigate themselves. And let's crack on, shall we? In fact, let me give people a moment. Normally I start very harshly at 2 o'clock, but I'm going to give people a little moment here in case they're joining from somewhere else or navigating links or getting their notification. Give them a little shout. We may also have the fascinating situation, and it is fascinating, of 2 sprints in a row with no one joining. 2 sprints in a row. 2 sprint reviews in a row with no one joining, which is a big old red flag. It means I am not communicating the value behind the work I'm doing well enough, because I'm not getting any of my precious stakeholders joining. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll give them a moment. This is a crucial lesson whenever you're doing complex work, when you're trying to go down the path of Agile and Scrum, is there's not really a failure as such. There's learning. And you can learn from when things don't go the way you expect. And sometimes those are the most valuable lessons. Hopefully, we don't get that today. We'll see. It is also on myself. I did share that there's a sprint review about 2 hours before it started. So lessons learned for myself that maybe I should actually communicate ahead of time. Give it another minute or so. And then we will crack on, and I will at the very least record a sprint review. And go through what we've accomplished and what we didn't quite accomplish. For posterity, so to speak. All right, because I'm impatient, let's crack on, shall we? So, welcome to Pragmatic Shift's 4th sprint review. We are doing a Scrum experiment where we are trying to drum up enough attention and noise around our products, or rather around our content, that we can run our first public course. We have run plenty of private courses and private courses on other people's behalves, other businesses' behalves, but never on our own. But I figured it's about time I should change that. I want to be able to get to a point where I can have enough stuff coming through that I can actually return the favor to others and have training going their way. That's the idea, at least. And I think I can do that by getting 10,000 views or more on the blogs and videos I've posted. We are so far 2.47% towards that protocol. It's a little bit further off than I would have liked, but again, that is all part of the learning, right? It's a goal. We aim towards it. We inspect and adapt. For this sprint, I set out with big expectations. I was hoping to get 3 quick little bits of content done, and it was quite a doozy. The sprint goal was to, through short, valuable videos related to Agile, delivering engaging, useful learning to my network, I was hoping that would get me 20 or more followers or subscribers on either LinkedIn and or YouTube. We got 14, which, considering I released a piece of content today and barely posted at all on LinkedIn, I'm very happy with. And in fact, if we look at the data from the previous sprint, granted that was over Christmas, we are actually up in almost all the metrics except views on content. We got less views on content, which makes sense because we didn't really release any content until today. But we actually have more views on our website, more social media engagement, and actually more views on the products on the website on average per day, which is fantastic considering. On that, our other measures are pretty much the same. 1 release today, cycle time of about 14 days, 85% range there. 3 confirmed to run trainings, up from 2, which is nice, and 17 trainings scheduled. Now, the amount of scheduled trainings, it's almost like it's a cockpit measure, if even. It's not quite a vanity measure because it does measure how much of my calendar is accounted for, right? If I'm putting trainings in, that means I can't use those dates again until I either confirm they run or don't run. So they act as a kind of forecast of potential earnings, but not actual earnings. It's the confirmed to run ones that actually make us money. Those are the ones we would like. We'd like to see more conversion of scheduled to confirmed, but it's always going to be quite a few more scheduled as opposed to confirmed because, well, that's how most clients do. They sometimes put them out there and they hope they will run as well. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Life happens. This is how it goes. So, 14 followers. Our metrics are looking up, which is nice, other than views on our content, which, you know, considering our product goal, not great. We were hoping that would be a bit higher, but generally pretty good. Quite a few things coming left field this sprint from a personal point of view. Not mental health, which is good for once that's behaving, but physical health stuff I had to deal with. I hurt my knee, had to look after that, had to look after my wife because, well, she needed help. She gets migraines, and I spent some time looking after her instead of creating content. I thought that was the more important thing to do. But we did manage to get the video out, and in creating this video, I have learned some very, very valuable lessons. 1, I need to improve my audio setup. It is requiring a lot of cleanup right now, which is taking a lot of time. 2, I finally created a little bit of an icon library to make these visualizations a bit faster in the future. So when I'm doing repeat topics, I'm using a product owner or an increment, instead of having to draw them all from scratch again, I can go back to the library I've now created of icons and reuse those to save a lot of time, which should help in future content creation. The idea going forward, based on what I've seen here with creating it and previous feedback, is I want to try to create more short form content. I want to try and do some shorts, YouTube shorts, quite literally, about some of the different parts of Scrum and Agile. So kind of like the Scrum in 60 seconds video, but for each individual part. So a 60-second video on product owner, on Scrum Master, you know, just quick high-level overviews that are more than a teaser, but less than a full explanation. I'm also thinking, in order to get more interest, because we're getting some views on our trainings now, which is good. That's going up overall. But we're not getting any bites yet, right? So we're getting interest, but no bites. So we need to figure out how we can get it from interest to conversion into an actual sale. And I think if I can do some videos about and spruce up the website a little bit about what do you actually get out of it? Why is that actually valuable? Why would you want to push that button and join us on a public course? I think that'll help. So the next sprint is going to run us from, so we're going to be here, we're currently here, The Monday 23rd to February 3rd, which is a Friday. Yes, it is indeed. So that's another 2 weeks. And after that, we've only got 1 week before the first course is hopefully going to run. That's the idea, at least. That's the PSM. So yeah, it's all going to be about drumming up noise around getting people into the PSM and hopefully achieving the main part of the product goal, which is actually running that public course. That is the meat of it. The 10,000 views is just my hypothesis for what is going to enable that. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. It's an exciting sprint ahead. It's kind of the make or break sprint a little bit for the February course. If that one doesn't run, of course, I will move it to March. As long as we can get a public course run by the end of March, we will have succeeded with our product goal. I think. Did I? Oh, okay. So technically, I did not actually time box the product goal. So we could actually continue cracking on towards it. But the Scrum experiment is intended to run until March 31st. So I guess what we'll do, based on the outcomes of the next sprint, we will see if the 3 months is adequate or if we think we're going to be needing more than 3 months. So yeah, next sprint is going to be quite exciting. And I think I keep saying shorter form content, but now that I know more about how long it takes me to record, how long it takes me to do the editing and get things out there and writing scripts, more shorter stuff, more eyeballs on what we're doing. And of course, I've only really talked about the fact that I'm running these courses once or twice. So I need to actually do a lot more direct communication around the fact that I'm running a course and that I can help teach people this stuff in person or virtual. I believe these 2 courses are virtual, so we shall see what we can do about that. And that is about it, really. And that's all I had in terms of the sprint review. I have created a Zoom call, so in the future I'll make a better disclaimer that might actually be legally viable. This is perhaps a bit risky from a business point of view. But I would love to be able to, in future sprint reviews, have some of you join not just by chat, but by Zoom and actually give verbal feedback and work stuff through together and talk about it and discuss it as you see fit. That would be great. I think that's it. I think that is it. I'm going to leave this stuff open. So for those who do want to view the video or they want to grab a copy of the visualization, they can find it right here for the next couple of days. And then a few days into the next sprint, I'll be cleaning this up again, so that it's nice and clear for the next sprint review. And I think that is it. I'm also going to add something which is going to be pretty fun. It's just a profit and loss or return on investment graph, where I've doing it in units to not be as transparent as I can be without revealing information I'm not allowed to reveal. So we're going to see how many units does it cost me to run every sprint and how many units of value am I getting back, and see if by the end of the experiment, am I making a profit? Am I still making a loss? Or if we continue the experiment past March, which gut feel, I think I will do. I think this experiment is panning out the way I hoped. And I think it might become just my normal way of working. I don't know, it's pretty fun. And that's it, really. That's it. I'm going to call it here. Otherwise, I'm going to keep blathering on to myself for the rest of the day. And I could just spend this time doing my retrospective and getting ready for the next sprint. So thank you very much. If you're watching this later on, please leave any comments in the description if it's possible at all. Or just contact me via my website or on LinkedIn. And I'd super appreciate it, because this is all for you, right? All of this content, this experiment, it's also I can create better content and better learning and a better experience for you. That's it. So if you've got anything for me to know, reach out and I'll see you next sprint review. You take care. Bye.